So welcome to another preview for the online accelerator program, and I hope you're gonna. I think you're gonna like this lesson a lot on footwork. Again, we cover more than footwork: technique, mental, strategy. You get the whole package inside the program. But I want us to kick you off with, uh, again, one of my favorite footworks that I use every single day on the court. So we're gonna we covered the three practical footworks already. All right, now we're gonna do a couple more. Keep it interesting, some interesting ones, because you see so many variations of footwork that allow you to hit specific balls. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is the hammer stance footwork, and we call it the hammer stance because a lot of times you get high balls, maybe chest level, shoulder level, head level. Okay, again, it's very hard to hit and you're hitting down on the ball like this. If you have an Eastern grip, this might be the top of your strike zone. If you have a Western grip, you might be hammering it down. You see Nadal run around that ball and hammer that high ball really flat and drive it down and low, right? Because most Western grips are up here getting a lot of spin. But you run around that high hammer, you're hitting it low. But how to set up for that footwork, that's what we're going to be working on, because you want to punish that ball, okay? And so obviously for a hammer shot, because the ball is really high, we're going to be using an open stance, but it's a variation of open stance. All right, so essentially, and we're going to show you in the demo, but you're coming up here, again, you're loading everything, shoulder, elbow, wrist, getting that left arm extension to get that full wind up and torque with the upper body. But you see me loaded here on my right leg, bent at the hip here, right? And I'm just going to basically load on this right leg and then explode. I'm going to balance and land on my left, okay? And what this allows you to do, it allows you to propel up into the ball in an open stance, but it's a more powerful open stance, okay? Because again, you're loading your full hips and then pushing up inside the court. So it's great for high balls and short balls, balls that float. So if the ball's floating, I'm gonna load, boom, and plant, right? It's great on the inside out. Inside out, I'm gonna do a crossover back step, maybe a side step, depending on the ball, load, boom, right? And I can take that either way. And with this footwork, just like anything, with this footwork, whenever you hit it, you want to be balanced and you want to be able to stick the landing like a gymnast. You want to be able to stick the landing on this foot to know you're on balance, okay? So that's the first footwork, and this is why we call it the hammer stance, because it allows you to set up here and punish this high ball, okay? And this high ball, you're going to probably be swinging more level. You might even be swinging down. You might be hitting down on the ball, kind of like a hammer. You're hammering it down. That's why it's called the hammer stance, okay? Now, if you hit this hammer stance out wide here, like this, right here, now up the line, see how my shoulders are naturally square toward my target? But if you're hitting the ball cross court, you really need to get the shoulder square to where you're hitting, right? Because we talk about that shoulder being in front for power. If it's behind, you won't get any power. Being in front of you. So if I'm hitting cross court, watch my outside leg. A lot of times I won't be able to step here. It's too much to turn here. I'll actually take a diagonal step in the court, and then it's easier for me to unwind and face the cross court that way. Okay? So when you go cross court, be very mindful of that. Alright, so now with the regular speed video on these hammer shots, I want you to notice the strike zone, right? It's about maybe midsection, chest level, up to head level, maybe even a little higher than head level sometimes. And like a closed stance, this would be too high for a closed stance. An open stance wouldn't get quite as much power. The hammer stance, you're really loading up on that right leg and getting that full transfer into that left leg, right? And we're going to do some slow-mo breakdowns. Here you can see that right leg plant, okay? And again, if you're hitting up the line, thanks for watching the preview. I hope that you took something away from this. Okay, so I would like you to, and if that was the case, like and subscribe. Okay, this definitely won't be the last video. All right, I want you part of the community. Again, learning every single day, improving every single day. Right, taking that next step every single day. You eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? So like and subscribe in the next 2 seconds. I'll see you on the next one.